Beginning of the year, we show up with a couple guys short. We had Zach Wade come out, to strengthen our snake side, and then Crunchy made an emergence. He's hilarious, he's a really funny guy, great guy to hang out with, and Rusty had just parted ways with Infamous.
The team sort of moved out of San Diego, Infamous, moved to Chicago, picked up all the Aftershock guys, and I just had a baby December 30th. So it was like, do I really want to fly to Chicago for practice? And then I told him I wasn't going to play, and then Glenn and Oliver were like, why don't you just come out and fill in with us, because not everyone's going to go to every event, and you could be a drop-in player. And so I said, perfect.
Going into this year, going into Galveston, I felt like we had one of the strongest teams that the Dynasty's ever had.
In the first game of the Texas event, Dynasty matches up against the rookie team, Chattanooga CEP.
Yeah, they're not good. There's some teams in the league that just, they're trying to figure out how to win a game, and you got other teams there that are figuring out how to try and win the tournament. It's just different levels.
Let's go, Dynasty! All day!
It's kind of nice to go out and start the season winning 7-0, but also against a team like that, you don't really know where you stand still.
Coming off CEP, we were able to play pretty quick and get points, and then when we played Thunder, they kind of played a little more zone and slowed the game down a little bit, so it took a little longer to weather down some of the points.
They were a new team, and we came in and we're like, oh, we're hot, we're great, we got everything under control.
Of course we thought we were just going to beat them 7-0 again. And, they gave us a little bit of run for our money. They started coming to the center a little bit more on us, which was their weapon all year.
Dynasty takes the 5-3 victory over Thunder. However, a powerful storm rolled through overnight and demolished the fields by the morning, leaving half of them without netting.
Everybody had to get boots, everybody had the rain gear, and it was typical paintball weather. God tends to love to do that to us.
The fields were just wrecked. I'm sure they lost a bunch of money in tents and nets and poles and shit like that. It was really bad conditions, but they ended up getting us out there, which we were happy for them. We didn't want to just play 2 games and then be done for the weekend.
Dynasty! Dynasty! Okay, motherfucker, feels good.
Ryko and Ashton were coming down the Doritos, uncontrollably. So what happened was we ended up doubling up the Alex and Yosha squad a bunch, and they were able to kind of sit there and hold them off.
Point of the game was 5 minutes long. We were up by 1 point. They were pushing in. I think it was 5-on-4, and we just held out the entire match.
It felt good. The victory definitely felt good, and it was a good reward for playing hard. And now they were talking about just trying to wrap up the morning bracket. So they said, Dynasty, why don't you go play Aftershock? It'll be the last game of the tournament. And it was nighttime, and they had just kind of set up some lights, and it was horrible playing conditions, but yeah, we ended up beating Aftershock in the mud.
It's really a lousy thing for a team that has good momentum. Everybody's gelling, because you've got that weekend. We're doing little things like we're going mini golfing, we're all messing around, we're all horse playing, we're all out to dinner, standard things, but you feel that different level of camaraderie sometimes at events where you just kind of know, like, we're playing good. He's playing good. I'm playing good. He's playing good. We're all playing good. You know, if that event would have continued and not got canceled, I think we would have won.
Going into Phoenix, we had that first round bye, so we had a lot of time to kind of watch games, and we thought that was going to be our advantage. The other teams get to dust themselves off a little bit, especially coming off of a break of 6-week gap. So he came in, finished their 2 prelim games, and then they got to play through the quarterfinals. Now they have 3 games, and we come out there and we're like, we got this, guys. Here we go, team. And then next thing you know, they're shooting 2 of us off the break every game because all their shots are on. You know, we have Mishka standing in a blind zone every single time. We're like, how are we not shooting him? How is he shooting Dalton? And he's shooting this guy. Like, it was a catastrophe.
Those guys straight up beat us down like we had never imagined in a million years.
You're confused on how to play the field, dude.
No, I'm not. He said play straight ahead. It was Charger.
I
It
don't
was
care,
Charger
dude.
G1, and you're playing across the field, and Mike said their game plan.
Yeah.
They beat us in a way that was like, what the hell happened?
It wasn't like we lost a bunch of nail biters, you know. They shot us off the break, they ran down, they just completely took control of the field and dominated us.
We were just dumbfounded. I don't even think Hinman came down on us because he was just like, whoa, what happened too, you know?
That was what I would like to have thought was like a wake-up call.
As a professional, you think, well, shit, a brand new tournament on this field starts tomorrow, you know, so we have another chance to prove to ourselves and prove to the other teams that, you know, that we did work hard and that we are good and that we're going to win on this field.
That whole Galveston recap is in the dust now, and we come out and play Thunder.
Came out good against them. Everything seems good. Engines are firing just fine, and put a beat down on them.
As fun as it is to 7-0 a team, it shouldn't happen in the division that we're at now. And you go out and then you don't change anything just because you think you did great against a crappy team. You're gonna lose.
We were up 2-0. You know, we have the momentum, and then the Russians score a point. And then they score another point. They're really good about changing things up. Their coaching staff is like, they're on it. They scrap the plays, and then they come out with something new. And next thing you know, when we were winning it on this side, now we're completely losing it on the other side.
They tied it up 2-2, and then they won like a slow point, like a long point. They went up 3-2. And then on that last final point, we were winding down on time. We just made some bad pushes, and then I think I ended up in a 2-on-1 with like no time to do anything, and then we ended up losing 4-2.
I think the Russians probably deserve some credit. To score 4 unanswered points is really difficult, but it's even more difficult when you're down 2-0.